Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Queen and this channel is Genius Crowns. In our previous video, we drafted out this beautiful A-line dress and I've gone ahead to transfer my pattern on my dress, on my fabric, and I've gone ahead to cut it. So I have my front pieces here and this is the back piece. I added the 1 inch I said I was going to add at the waist region to extend it because of the dart I later included in the pattern. So if you're not seeing the drafting video, please click on the link in the description or click on this card you see above here. So I'm going to go ahead to show you what I have. So this is the other piece of the dress. I decided to cut mine into two. So basically I'm just trying to show you the pieces. So for the front piece, I have it on fold and this is it. I have a matching lining here. So I'm going to sew in my dart here and I'm going to repeat the same thing for my lining pieces. So whatever I do on my fabric, I'm going to do that on my lining. So this is the back piece of the lower part. So I have two pieces because of the zipper. So this is what I have and I've gone ahead to sew in my dart for this front piece here. So this is the back piece here as well. This is the lower part. So now I'm going to attach this part, the top pieces to this lower part. So this is what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to join this part here, making sure that the darts align with the lower piece of this dress. So see what I'm doing here. I'm attaching this dart here on the other dart on the lower part. Is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make sure that it's aligned so that when you stitch them down, I'm going to stitch with 0.5 inch, just 0.5 inch here. Then when you flip it, you see that the dots align. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the back pieces. So this is how I'm going to join it like this. Then I'll show you what I have. So I will join my back pieces like this. This is the lower part, so I will attach the dots to align like this. See what I'm doing? Then I'll pin it down. Then I'll also join this waist region with 0.5 inch because that is the allowance I gave for the joining. So I'll go ahead and sew it on my machine. Then I'll get back to you guys. So this is what I have after joining the two pieces together. This is the front piece now. Okay, so this is the back pieces because there are two, and this is what I have as well. So whatever I did for the fabric, I did the same for the lining. So this is the lining, or these are the linings. This is the back linings and this is the front. So I'm going to just go ahead and work on the pocket, or let's say the flap like pockets. So now I have 3 inches here, so I'm going to sew stitches down with 0.5 inch. So I'm going to basically have just 2.5 inch left. So I'm going to mark the length here or the width here as 7 inches here. So basically I'm going to be sewing in half inch on both sides. So totally I'm going to have about 6 inches. So I'm just trying to create two pieces because we have two pieces here for the let me just call it pocket cover, although we're not creating any pocket per se, but just a pocket like cover. So I'm going to stitch here 1/2 inch, then turn it over. Okay, so I'm just going to line the 0.5 inch here, just so you know, just here 0.5 inch. I'm not going to stitch down because it's on fold. I forgot to mention it's on fold. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and stitch it down. So this is it. After stitching it down, I have here 6 inches, 6 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to trim off this excess here and here because I don't want any bulkiness on that region. I'm just going to repeat the same thing here. So I'm going to turn it over like this. So after turning this over, you're going to give this a very serious press, but please do not burn your fabric. So I'm just going to turn this like this. Make sure those pointy corners are out. If there's need, use your scissors. Just get them out. So I'm going to use my scissors here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead to iron this. So after ironing this, what I have, you can choose to weave this area. You can choose to weave it if you want. So now on our fabric front piece. So I'm going to come down from the waist region here on that line here. I already have a line at the center I created with my iron. So you can choose to do that for yourself to make it easier. Okay. So now I'm going to come out on this where my dart stopped here. You would like to start at least 0.25 inch before where your dart stopped. Okay. So I'm going to mark from my waistline 4 inches here on both sides. That's where my dart line stopped. That is the 0.25 away from my the end of my dart. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead from that center here. I'm going to mark 1.5 inch away from that center, another 1.5 inch here. Then I'll get my pocket cover like this and place it starting from that 1.5 inch. Then I'll sew down with 0.5 inch, then turn it over. So I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. I'll place it on that 1.5 inch here, then stitch it down by zero point 0.5 with 0.5 inch, then go ahead and iron it flat. So this is what I have after stitching and ironing. Now we can place our lining pieces over this. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to get my lining pieces for the front. Now right sides facing each other. Now please pay close attention to what I'm explaining here. So I'm going to pin these shoulders down. So I won't be stitching these shoulders down yet or joining the shoulders down yet. So go ahead and align the sides, okay, with your pins. Now just go ahead because we're going to be stitching this down all the way down. So the part I won't be stitching down are the shoulders and the armholes. Okay, I'll be joining a sleeve to this, of course, but if you are not joining a sleeve to this, you can cover it up later with a fabric. Okay, now basically now this is what I'm going to do. I'll stitch the neckline, the sides down to this lower part all the way down. Okay, let me repeat it again. I will stitch the neckline. I won't stitch the armhole nor the shoulders. Then I will stitch all the way down. So I'll do the same thing for the back pieces as well. So after joining, this is what I have. This is it. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see how neat it looks. So I did the same thing for the back pieces. I've gone ahead to attach my lining pieces as well. So this is what I have for the back. You can see everything is clean, neat, and beautiful. So now we're going to go ahead to join the shoulders. Remember I said you shouldn't join the lining pieces of the shoulders of the lining pieces and the fabric. And this is why. Okay. So this is it. I'm going to show you how to join this so you have a very nice finishing at the shoulder region. I'll place the fabric of the back piece. Please pay close attention. I'm placing the fabric of the back piece against the fabric of the right piece here like this. I'm also placing the lining piece of the back piece and the front piece together like this. This is the easiest way to join your shoulders. Honestly speaking, this is the easiest way. So I'm just going to stitch with the 0.5 inch allowance I gave when cutting this on my fabric. So just go ahead and stitch down with 0.5 inch. I'll go ahead and repeat the same thing for the other shoulder. The next I'm going to do is to attach my sleeve to my dress. To see how I cut this sleeve, click on the card you see above. So it will take you to the video of the sleeve. So I'm going to basically attach my sleeve to my dress. Okay. I'll set this aside and show you my dress. All right. So this is what I have after joining the shoulders. I'm going to go ahead to join my sleeve. Now, for this sleeve, I have a line there. I'm going to place that line directly on the lines of the shoulder. So make sure that the lines align. That line on the sleeve and on the shoulders align. Okay. So I'm just going to stitch with the zero point 0.5 inch I gave for the stitching allowance. So I'm just making sure that that line or those lines are directly on each other, so I'll have a very seamless joining at the shoulder there. So I'll go ahead and join the rest part of the sleeve to the dress like this, just joining with zero point 0.5 inch all the way. I'm going to do the same thing for the other sleeve. I'm certain you're getting value for this video. Please go ahead and like this video, share this video, click on notification bell so you get notified, and please subscribe. So I'm going to go ahead and secure this other side with my pin like this. Okay, just like this. Then I'll flip it over. This is what I have. I'm going to stitch in this with zero point 0.5 inch like I said earlier on. So I'll just go ahead and do the same thing I did for this part of the sleeve on this other part. So this is what I have after joining the sleeves. Very beautiful. You can see how it's turning out. Very neat. The lines are aligning. So I'm going to turn this over now to join our sides. Very important. This is like the last part of the dress. Okay, so I'm just going to arrange this the way it should be, then go ahead and use my pins to secure these, because we're going to be putting down our body measurement here, our bust measurement, our waist measurement. And please do not forget that this is not just like your basic fitted fitted gown. You know, it's sort of an A-line gown. So remember that we did some addition of inches to this when drafting. So make sure you have that at the back of your mind when putting down your body measurement. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to secure this part as well. You can see the curves at the end. So after pinning the lower part, also go ahead and pin down the sleeves, because you're going to be joining the sleeves all the way to the lower part of the dress. So repeat the same thing here. Okay, so go ahead and divide your round bust measurement by 2, then mark it there. I would want to also add this. Please, when you're drafting this gown, make sure you add enough allowance, because you know we're going to be joining this gown with a lining, and also we're going to be turning it over. So it's going to be cutting down the allowances that you gave for the dress. So you need to give it enough allowance. Say 1.5 should be okay. Okay. So I gave only 1 inch allowance. That's why I have just half inch on both sides remaining. So if I have to make this dress again, I'm going to add minimum of 1.5 inches. Okay. So just go ahead and join this part. You can see what I'm doing. I'm making sure that whatever I'm doing, I'm getting that curve, because that will make the A line stand well. So I'm just going to follow the marking of my chalk here, stitch them down like this. So I'm just also going to draw out my lines here, following the sleeve all the way down. Then also repeat the same thing here. Okay, then I'll go to my sewing machine and stitch this down. This is what I have, guys. I mean, I was so happy, I was so satisfied with the outcome of this dress. Just check out, just take a good look at the dress. This is absolutely beautiful. It's not stressful, and it's very easy. So just check out the curves. It's giving everything it should give and more. So just look at the back. So the next one we're going to do is to attach our zipper. So I used a loose stitch to join the zipper region of the back just to have a perfect or an easier joining of the sides. So I just have this zip. So I'm going to mark down about 21 inch. Please, you have to use a long zip. Don't use the short one so that you can be able to easily open it and put on your gown and zip it up. Right. So I'm just going to go ahead to open this part like this. I'm using a loose stitch, please. Do not use a tight stitch and go and do this. You just destroy your fabric. So I'm just going to open it to the part I marked, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to remove the threads. We're all about clean finishing. All right. So just take out the threads. You can choose to use your pin instead of stitching this down with your loose stitch. But whatever works for you, just go ahead and do it. Okay. So I'm just going to, this is an invisible zipper. So this is what I have after joining it. I mean, this cloth is giving. Is seriously giving. Look at the zip. Mm. Anyway, I'm just so happy about the outcome of the dress. I'm just so proud of the dress, honestly. So the curves are just everything. And look at those sleeves. You can actually choose to use whatever sleeve you want with this dress. So let me show you what the sleeve looks like. So you see it has an opening at the center here, just like this. Let me show you. This is what it looks like here. Okay. So it's just beautiful. I love the dress. I absolutely love the dress. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Happy Valentine. Until next time. Bye.